Obsessed with sounds on the track.
Welcome, your defending AFC champion, Kansas City Chiefs. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by Gardner Minshew, sixth-round selection in 2019 out of Washington State.
And how about this young man? Took the NFL world by storm. As a sixth-round rookie, signature mullet, mustache, but 21 touchdowns for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Great personality, and everyone gravitates towards this guy. Teammates love to win with a quarterback who leads them like that, and fans love to root for a guy who seems just like them.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Minshew. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
And I believe that gain on third and long changes things quite a bit, because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
In motion, the tight end Kelsey. On fourth down, Minshew. That's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Broncos are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
At the 43-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Off the play fake. Here's Nix. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
19 yards. And the Broncos first down.
Harvey now on first and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Now it's Nix. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 27-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Quickly into the hands of Mims. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up second down. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. Here's Nix. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Nix to the air. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-0. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. Their second drive here at the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now, back out on the field, put together a good drive and get some points of their own.
It's a
6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. Loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Minshew. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Out of the gun is Minshew. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Minshew sets to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Xavier Worthy, 58 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
To throw, here's Nix. He'll swing this out to Harvey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Nix from the shotgun. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Broncos first down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Broncos.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
They'll run for the first time with Tyler Bidet. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll go back to Bidet. Dances by him. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
44-yard line.
On play action, here's Nix. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Down to the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And Denver getting set to take the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left. More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Working out of the gun is Nix. Complete to Bryant. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing Nix. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Franklin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit, and they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Setting up a screen for Harvey. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Second down and 4. To throw is Nix. Sends it toward the sideline. That's where he finds Sutton. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 14 yards that time for number 14.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Harvey. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
Stop short of the goal line. No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
They'll go. Here's Harvey. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Touchdown.
R.J. Harvey as time expires in the first half. And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Broncos offense set to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a second down and 6. Nick's going to give this to Bidet. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now a 3rd and 6. Again, it's Bidet. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Nick's going to give to Harvey. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A short throw to Ingram. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Toss to Harvey, running right. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And down inside the 15 he goes. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
And the Broncos first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Up the middle, it's Harvey. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll go play action with Nix. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A great play there with an amazing diving catch. And the Broncos have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Lutz now to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37.
Now Minshew. Over the middle, complete. That's Rice. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
11 yards there, just like last play. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. It'll be Minshew again. And the Broncos get there and take him down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. On the ground, it's Harvey to start the drive. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Now 2nd and 9. Once more with Harvey.
And he'll power his way up near the 25. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Nix working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
They run straight ahead with Harvey. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 87 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
47-yard line.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Zone read to give to Harvey.
And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Now Minshew. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Minshew.
The pass. He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.